After the news that Hunter Biden cut a deal to avoid jail time for his federal gun charge, many are claiming that there's an apparent double standard at work in America's criminal system. Joining us now to discuss is Executive Director of Cure America Action and board member for the Concerned Communities for America, Pastor Marc Little. And let's bring back business and political commentator John Burnett. So, Pastor Little, your thoughts about this? A two-track system? Based on what?
Well, I think that there's no question there's a two-track system. I think the larger problem is that we have a political system that now supersedes our laws. We have a long list, particularly of black men and women who have committed similar crimes and who have done jail time. Some of them were friends of mine. So I don't think there's an argument that there's a two-tier system. I think the question becomes is how do we fix it?
Right. I mean, I was looking into it a bit, and Hunter Biden falls right smack dab into the category of the type of people who commit these crimes, and 2/3 of them go to jail. He's not. John, was this a sweetheart deal?
Absolutely. To the pastor's point, and I want to make a slight correction in terms of the intro. Hunter Biden did not cut a deal, right? Why? Because the deal was already cut for him. To the pastor's point, it's a two-tiered system. And, when you look at people like Kodak Black, right, similar situation, he got 3 years. But Hunter Biden, the president's son, gets actually, he doesn't get any time. I don't even think he's fined. He cops a plea, cuts a deal. And when you look at President Biden's history, going even far back to 1994, he was the author of the 1994 crime bill that made a clear distinction between cocaine and crack cocaine. And we know which demographics actually use each one of those drugs. So when it comes down to a two-tiered justice system, President Biden is one of the authors of the discrimination in our criminal justice system.
Pastor, I know, as John was saying, no jail time, and this was potentially, regarding the gun charge, could have been 10 years in prison.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Wesley Snipes, my friend Daryl Strawberry, and Chuck Berry, they did jail time for the very thing that Hunter Biden is now walking away from. Now, here's the thing on the street, and here's the problem that Joe Biden and the Democrats have. As a pastor who deals in the inner city, I have to see the mothers and the sisters and the children of men who have tried to lead law-abiding lives and have made some mistakes, like tax problems or like a gun possession. And I'm not condoning any of that. But I see the carnage in our community where I have to pray and console people, and then they look on the TV and they see someone that doesn't look like them, who gets a pass.
Right.
America can't abide that kind of division much longer.
And to your point, Pastor, the names that you had mentioned, one of which was Daryl Strawberry, the thing is that even when people that look like the two of us look at TV, they see even people that look like them with fame and fortune are still not given the benefit of the doubt. They still end up serving time. But when you look at people like Hunter Biden, no crime. I mean, no time, no fine. So it really speaks to the heart of a two-tier justice system, but also classism.
And let's also talk about how this incident has completely just wrapped up how the Biden administration handles all of these sorts of situations. They just sent out a quick statement saying, President and Jill Biden are proud of how Hunter is rebuilding his life. There will be no more comment. I mean, come on. Can we please get a little bit more from the president on this? I get he's your son, but you are talking about how you're wanting to,
We're not questioning whether you love your son. We're questioning whether there's justice being done for the United States.
Exactly. And that's what the Democrats are screaming about with all of this Donald Trump stuff that's happening. But when it's turned back on them, it's the same thing.
And we understand in terms of, like, let's say people who know law enforcement, they usually give their friends a PPA card, and if they get pulled over for a traffic violation, they let them go because they have a PPA card. We understand associations and who you know. But the stuff that Hunter Biden
pretty extreme,
is
and they left out
really
charges.
extreme.
I mean, those are the charges they came forward with, and then as we've seen from the whistleblowers, there's a lot of stuff going on
Absolutely.
that hasn't been included, that they've stood in front of, that they've either slow walked or stymied in some way. Before we go and give the pastor the last word, don't you have a pastor in your family?
Yeah, I'm a preacher's son,
Yeah,
right?
there you go.
And my father was purposely hard on me. Why? Because he said, life is hard, and if you can take me, you can take the world.
Well, I tell you, John, that's exactly right. My father and Joe Biden were friends. My father is Floyd Little, who passed away, and they know each other from Syracuse. My father was hard on me. Apparently, Joe Biden didn't learn the same lesson. And at the end of the day, the irony of Joe Biden's legislative history that put away black men for crimes like these, and his son walks. They're going to have to fix this because they're going to have some real problems because there's more to come for the Biden family. We all know that.
And
You're talking about Floyd Little, the running back, right?
I am.
Yeah.
And then, Pastor, just a quick note on what you just said. Also, his son is receiving so many luxuries as not having to have his personal life re-brought up. We know the affair with his brother's widow is, as part of that plea deal, would not need to be revisited, which is just another luxury that he's receiving.
You can leave it on that. I'm going to leave it on Floyd Little, the running back.
Here's his Hall of Fame ring.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Thank you so much, Pastor. Appreciate you being with us, sir.
It's good to be with you.